up, everyone? It's your girl Shay here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And for this video, of course, I'm doing another review on basically the most recent episode of the Promised Neverland, which is episode number 9. And how I start these reviews off is I start off with basically a recap of what the current episode was about. Then I go into what I like and also into what I didn't like. Sometimes I also at the end will add in what I think might happen in the next episode. Also, to be warned, there are going to be a few spoilers for this episode. So if you have not yet watched the Promised Neverland at all, or is not caught up with episode number 9, just want to let you guys know. So far, basically a recap of this episode is that the episode actually mostly just surrounds you seeing Emma and Ray and Dawn and Gilda helping or planning for Norman to escape, since his shipping date is listed for the next day. And you also find out that Ray basically has known about the secret of the orphanage for a very long time, and brings about a new concept that is basically named as Infantile Amnesia, which is where you actually still remember or retain your memories as a baby, to which Ray has been able to, which is why he knew that there was something very strange about their home and where they live at. Also, you end up finding out as a viewer what is actually beyond the wall, and you find out that what's beyond the wall is basically a cliff. And how you find this out is because Norman actually is able to climb the wall when he was supposed to be escaping, and he sees this chasm, this cliff, and then he comes back and reveals this to Emma and to Ray, because they were thoroughly upset with him because he came back. Now, what I liked about this episode was that I actually really enjoyed finding out more about Ray and finding out more about how he actually knew about the secret regarding where they live at, because that was originally, of course, never revealed. It was just kind of thrown at you that he knew about it, but all of us, or at least the viewers, were like, well, how did you know? And to be honest, I didn't really question it. I guess I just assumed that Isabella had not really told him, but he figured it out, or just somehow, I don't know. But yeah, that was actually finally revealed. And I also enjoyed seeing the progress. Sorry, that was a car going by. I actually really enjoyed seeing the progress of them escaping, not really escaping with Norman, but planning the escape of Norman and him finally climbing the walls. Of course, all of us were really wanting to know what is beyond this. And of course, I also enjoyed finding out what was beyond the wall, which was nothing but a cliff, which definitely left us off with a great cliffhanger. Sorry, I had to throw that pun just a little bit. But anyway, yes, it left us off with a wonderful ending of us now wondering how are these kids going to escape, since their one way of escaping is now they're not able to do that. Now, as far as what I didn't like about this episode, I didn't like the pacing. And I know this is very strange, but I didn't like the pacing because I felt like it was really, really quick, and it felt very rushed. I feel like they were just trying to give you a whole bunch of information within the 22 minutes of this episode, and it was a lot. And I feel like they also wanted to make up for the previous episodes where not much really happened, because this episode was so action-packed, especially stemming off from episode number 8 that had a lot of action in it towards the end. So that was one of the things I just didn't like, and I feel like it's because of the fact that this is 12 episodes long for a season, and now at this point there's only 3 episodes left, so they have to try and figure out or come to some sort of a kind of conclusion before this series is over. Also, what I'm gonna say didn't like, but I feel like they could have put more emphasis on and maybe could have helped with the pacing, was when Ray was explaining how he basically figured out the secret. It would have been great for them to put in clips of Ray as a baby, kind of figuring this stuff out, or as a younger child figuring this out, and kind of how he then decided to become a part of Isabella's team, or however you want to put it. I feel like that would have been just really amazing just to watch, and you got a little bit more inside of Ray's head. Now, who's to say this won't happen maybe in later episodes if he has to explain his actual story, and that is something that I'll be very interested in seeing. Now, as far as what my hopes are for the next episode, or the questions I kind of have, is that at the end of the episode when Norman comes back and they're thoroughly shocked, I noticed that Norman's eyes look very, very different. Now, I don't know if it's because he's just shocked about what he actually found pertaining, you know, what's beyond the wall, or if it's the tracker that he has that finally, like, that might have worked some kind of, like, magic on him to have him go back. That would be very interesting to watch. And I also feel like there's something up with these kids, and I know, like, besides the fact that they're just in this orphanage, but I feel like it's something up with the fact that I feel like some of the kids look like some of the main characters. So there's an orange-haired little baby that actually was introduced a few episodes back that looks just like Emma, like looks dead on her. And there's also a little boy that looks very similar to Ray. So I wonder if there's some sort of connection with that, although I could be very, very wrong. But it's just ironic that there's two kids that look like two of the main characters, and these main characters are also like kind of up next to be shipped out. So I don't know, I just find that kind of interesting. But overall, I really did enjoy this episode. I thought it was very, very action-packed. I'm not going to say it was as suspenseful as the previous episode. I feel like this one just gave us a lot of information and finally left us with like really wondering now, like, how are these kids going to escape? Since they're one way of escaping, they now realize they cannot use. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen next. I'm excited to see how they overall wrap up the first season. I could see them probably ending this with a little bit more of a question mark, especially because I'm sure they want to come out with subsequent seasons. But yeah, that's what I basically thought of this episode. If you've watched it, let me know what you thought about it by commenting down below. Let me know what your like ideas are about what might happen in later episodes for this series. Although I will say, please do not post spoilers about what is actually going to happen. So like in the manga, because I have not read the manga, I'm not caught up with it, and I do not want to know spoilers. So like I've mentioned before, if you post a spoiler, I will delete your comments because I do not want to know about it. But yes, overall, that's all I want to know. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Comment down below. Give me also, if you like, a few recommendations of anime that you would like me to watch and also to review on. I know there's a few that you guys have actually been asking me to watch. I'm trying to start or find time to do it, so hold your horses. But overall, thanks for watching this video. I will, of course, leave links down below to all my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog as well. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, so be sure to check those out as well. And be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys soon. And like I always say, you guys, stay positive and be nerdy. All right, you guys.